Hi guys, it's Carl, the Ultimate Fitness Training once again, and thank you so much for watching the video. And today we're doing a video about the 5 main points in order to achieve your goals. But before I get going with that one, thank you so much for all the support you guys have given me on Instagram as well as on YouTube. I really appreciate, and I'm very grateful to have such a great support like you guys that keeps sending me a lot of gratitude, and also keep giving me a lot of good feedback too. Obviously there's no bad feedback. At the end of the day, bad feedback is good feedback, so it's fantastic. But thank you so much for that, I really appreciate it. So let's dive deep into this particular one on how to actually achieve results on the 5 main points on that. Now, results, what are results? Results is the outcome of great work. So the main reason for, which is number 1, is make sure you measure your goals. Now, a lot of us, we want to achieve things, okay? We all want to achieve things, like, you know, everyone wants the good result, everyone wants to attain good things, but a lot of us do not understand how to get there. And this is just a fact, because if it wasn't so clear and everyone knew how to get there, we all would be absolutely super successful at everything we do. Now, most of us fail at what we really want to achieve, and the reason being is because we fail to understand how to measure our results. Now, you can actually just realize that when someone sets to get a result, a lot of times they don't put anything in contrast. What I mean by that is anything to measure against the particular goal, okay? Hence the reason why they fail to attain the goal, because there's no measure. What I mean by that is they don't know how to measure themselves, and they might think or they may even know how to measure themselves, but what they fail to do is they don't measure regularly enough, or they're not consistent enough at trying to achieve the right results. So hence the reason why they fail. Then this then links into number 2, which is getting the right person that's got the right knowledge to measure you. What I mean by that is getting the correct coach. Now, this is a massive subject, because a lot of people say, you know, I know it all, and why do I need a coach, and why do I need someone to tell me what to do? Now, listen, top people in the world, super successful people in the world, hire coaches. Why do you think that is? So if someone's super successful at what they do, why do they need a coach? Okay, give an example, like Cristiano Ronaldo, super player, he's got a coach, right? Okay, not just for his physical body, for his mental body, he's got a particular coach that coaches him, right? Okay, Anthony Robbins, the amazing person that he is, got a coach, right? He coaches millions of people, but he himself has got a coach. So what gives you the authority to tell you, or to say to someone that you don't need a coach? Anyone, everyone, when I say anyone, I mean everyone, needs a coach. What I mean by that is everyone needs someone to be accountable to in order to be able to become your greatest version. But a lot of times we're that fucking rude that we think that we're so superior. Everyone's got a coach. I've got a coach, you know? It's part of Anthony Robbins Association. I've got a coach that literally measures my goals, that makes me accountable to achieve the goals. I'm not better than anyone else. I'm not a superhuman, okay? I know I've got a lot of sort of intuition, and I've got a lot of power to become my greatest version, and I'm a very enthusiastic individual, and I love helping people, but that doesn't mean I'm superior than anyone. What it means is I'm very dedicated to what I do, and I'm focused, I'm relentless. No, but that came through a lot of years of experience. That came through a lot of years of failure. That came through a lot of years of understanding of the things. But a lot of us, we know, we're far too good for this, because we know it all. And who are those guys? We don't need them. We're too good. And this is why it then leads into number 3 is never make the mistake that you think you know it all. Now, the minute you think you know it all, you failed. Because I'll give you an example. I have read over 1,000 books in the area of physical development, personal training development, self-help development, psychology, coaching, diets, you name it, okay? I've read a lot of books in the spiritual level as well, okay? Now, do I know it all? No, no way. Do I think that I need to learn way more? Absolutely. And do I think that once I read more and learn more, there's always ways in things to learn, not just from a theoretical point of view. It's putting those theories into practice as well. Because I'll give you an example. Like, how many times in whatever field I would have to just to talk about in a sports field, because I'm in a sports field, being a coach, being a trainer. But let's talk about like in any other sort of spectrum, any sort of other subjects. How many of us have put theory into practice? A lot of us, we learn things, right, and we say, yeah, that's what you got to do, but how many of us actually put those things into practice? And then not just put it into practice, how many of us are then given enough time in order to measure that practice? Because I can tell you, say, I don't know, 5 theories about whatever, like let's say about sports, right? Now that's me telling you, right? No, whatever theory I'm telling you to do, I have applied myself, or I've applied with people I've worked with, and I've measured on how to get there, okay? Now, most of my theories, I've applied them myself, okay? And I've measured them myself. So I know exactly the results that you are going to obviously gain. Now, a lot of us out there, not only we don't listen, okay? Not only we think we know it all, not only we think that we know best, not only we don't even listen, or we don't even apply what people tell you. So how the hell do you think that you're gonna get results? So that is a massive failure there. And then this leads to number 4, which is surround yourself with people that are humble. Surround yourself with people that want to become better, become their greatest version, as I keep telling you guys. Because the biggest mistake we can make is surrounding ourselves with too many egos. Now, I'll give you an example. This is almost like a fashion at the moment, and I hear and I experience it, not just in the area of sport, but in the area of a lot of different sort of, in the socialization that we, in social life, basically. So, a lot of us out there, our egos are that big that we think we know it all. We think no one else knows anything, and we think that only I know it all. Okay, know it all, absolutely know it all, and we very sort of envy, or we sort of like use a very criticism sort of eye to anyone that's trying to do anything that is better than them. And that stems from the actual fear factor. Because if you didn't fear this particular thing, sometimes it doesn't have to be better than you, but if you didn't fear, you would never ever criticize it. Now, how many of you out there, now once you see something, you criticize it? That's fear. That's fear playing in your mind. Because a lot of the times, regardless of how much you know, regardless of how good you are, there's always something to learn. I'll give you an example. I'm not going to pick on names. I'm not giving you sort of examples that I haven't experienced myself. I've experienced myself situations where I've come across people that weren't brilliant at what they were doing, okay, regardless of what subject it was and whatever field it was. But I'll tell you one thing I've learned several things with those people that weren't good enough. Do you know why? Because I was humble, and I've learned one thing very important is, and this is something that my grandmother has taught me, you always learn with the worst experiences. Now this is it's almost like a proverb for me, because it's like what my grandmother was trying to explain when I was a little boy was always try to listen even from people that fail. And that, she was so right, because it's when you fail, it's when you learn. Because when you're always winning, you become very good at winning, but you never understand how to lose. There's actually, don't become a loser obviously, but learn how to lose as well, because there's going to be bad times. Look, we are in this sort of amazing place, which is Sun Park, right? Okay, there's going to be amazing days here. I'm sure you've probably seen me, some of my videos on YouTube, and I've been here and it's been summer, beautiful, warm. I've done videos here without a top on, okay, and now I've got a jacket on. So if you like, the bad days are coming for the weather, okay? Right now, that means there's good days and bad days, so you've got different seasons. So in your life, there's going to be a lot of times there's going to be bad times, and the only people that survive through bad times are people, not losers, are people that learn how to deal with bad times. So you need to learn, in essence, you need to learn on how to lose, okay? And that's how you become part of developing that part of becoming your greatest version. It's not just about, don't be around people that just celebrate when you're winning, because you're not going to have a lot of good friends. When I mean good friends, I mean real friends, because everyone that is around you when you're winning, a lot of the times, most of the times, are fake friends, because all they want is glory. And anyone, obviously everyone likes glory, that's just the way it is. But it's good to have people that you can count on when things are bad. Okay, then this leads into number 5, which is, main point is, learn the practice in order to get your results to where you want to go. What I mean by that is, if my goal is to run fast, okay, put something into practice that you can measure in order to get to that result, okay? Now, if it's running, become the best runner you can and put that into practice. If it's business, make sure you put that business into practice. If it's doing press-ups, for instance, make sure you put that business into practice. If it's swimming, make sure you put that into practice. And then you keep the momentum going until you achieve the best practice you can for that particular field. Because what we do a lot of the times is, our goal is not directly associated to the practice we do. Okay, what I mean by that is, like, someone wants to say become very good at A, and they're doing D and E and J and K and L and M. Okay, there's no structure to the actual goal. So what happens is this, because there's no structure to that particular part of the, if you like, the goal, they fail to actually achieve the goal itself. And this is what I always say, it's all down to the results in order to get the goal that you really want to get. Now, once you get that, you're actually on top and almost ready to achieve your great results. So with all that said, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. So obviously, as you know, check out on Instagram, which is Carlos Trainer 10, also on YouTube, which is Carlos Trainer. And with all that said, guys, stay happy, stay healthy, stay fit, have a good day, take care.